I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video we are going to understand the concept of slopes of lines. Slope of a line on a coordinate plane is the ratio of change along the y-axis to the change along the x-axis between any two distinct points on a line. If the coordinates of the 2 points are x1, y1 and x2, y2, then the slope m is given by the formula m equals to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. Now let us try to understand this very important definition of slope of a line. So here we have a coordinate plane with a line. Let me name this line as line L. We have shown two distinct points. Coordinates of the first one is x1, y1. Coordinates of the second one is x2, y2. Now, if you see what is change in y, this represents change in y, right? That is the change in y. And you can always find change in y by finding difference between the y values, right? So for the first one, the y values, let us say here. For the second one, y values y1. This is y2. So change in y will be y2 minus y1. That is change in y. And change in x is, if I move from here to the other point, to the second point, x1 to x2. So the change is from x2 minus x1. So that is the change in x values. At times, we can also write delta x, change in x value, delta y, change in y value, right? And what is slope? Slope is a ratio of change in y values to change in x values. That is what the definition is. Another way to look into it, if I am moving from one point to the other, then it is the ratio of change in y. So I'll this time make triangle the other way, right? So what I will do is I will kind of make it this way. So if I have to move from point A to B, in that case, what is the rise? This is the rise. This rise is y2 minus y1. And that is the run, x2 minus x1. So change in y over change in x is the slope. Slope is a very important concept, and we're going to explore it much more in the coming videos. So what you understand here is that slope can be found very easily if you are given any 2 points on a line. Also remember, if you are finding slope of a line, then you can select any 2 points. Even if I select this and something else, I will always get the same slope, since the ratio of change in y over change in x remains same for a line, right? So these are a few important things to understand. And remember the formula. This is also referred to as slope formula, where m is equals to change in y over change in x, right? So you can also think about it like change in y over change in x. At times, we also refer to slope as rate of change, since it's a ratio of the change in y value, which is dependent variable, over change in x value, which is independent variable. So if I have a distance and time graph, then change of distance with time will be velocity or rate of change of distance with time, correct? So that is the application part of the slope, which we are going to explore soon. Let's move on and take up some examples. Thank you and all the best.